Good morning, friends. It's Miss Harper here again for day 2 of our Samson virtual literacy camp. I am sharing with you today a new book, and we're going to talk a little bit about what the theme of that book is. So yesterday we read The Bad Seed by Jory, illustrated by Oswald, and as some of you know, there is actually 2 other books in this series. So today we are going to read The Good Egg. And The Good Egg is a great book for us to read on our second day because it's going to talk about a lot of things that we might be dealing with in our lives right now, being that we're not back in school yet and it's summertime and we've been out of school for quite a long time. Some of us don't have our normal routines anymore, and so it can just be stressful. So this is The Good Egg, written by Jory, illustrated by Oswald, and published by Harper. The Good Egg. Oh, hello. I was just rescuing this cat. Know why? Because I'm a good egg. A very good egg. It's true. I do all kinds of good things, like I'll carry your groceries. I'll water your plants. I'll change your tires. If you need any help whatsoever, I'm your egg. I've always been a good egg. It's been this way from the start, even in my earliest days, back at the store. There was dozens of us living together under one recycled roof. There was Meg, and Peg, and Greg, and Clegg, and Shell, and Shelley, and Sheldon, and Shelby, and Egbert, and Frank, and other Frank. The other 11 weren't on their best behavior. They weren't exactly good. They ignored their bedtime. They only ate sugary cereal. They threw tantrums. They cried for no reason. They broke their stuff on purpose. Oh, goodness. Meanwhile, I tried to take charge. I tried to fix their bad behavior. I tried to keep the peace because I was a good egg. A very good egg. Nobody seemed to care, though. Every night I was exhausted. My head felt scrambled. Sigh. Then, one fateful morning, I noticed some cracks in my shell. Yikes! They were everywhere. Oh, poor egg. My doctor said it was from all the pressure I was putting on myself. The pressure of making sure everybody was as good as me. Yoke. I was cracking up. Literally. Something had to change. I'd had enough. I told Meg and Peg and Greg and Clegg and Shell and Shelley and Sheldon and Shelby and Egbert and Frank and other Frank that I was leaving. I can't be the only good egg in a bad carton, I said. Blah, 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 they replied. I left that night. I wandered from town to town. The hours became days, and the days became weeks. I lost track of time. I was alone. Out there, on the road, under the stars, I really tried to focus on myself and what I needed. I took walks. I read books. I floated in the river. I wrote in my journal. I found simple moments to be quiet. I breathed in. I breathed out. I even started painting. For once, I found time for me. And guess what? Little by little, the cracks in my shell started to heal. My head no longer felt scrambled. I started to feel like myself again. So I've made a big decision. I'm returning to my old carton and my friends. Besides, I'm kind of lonely out here. This time, I know what I need to do. I'll try not to worry so much. I'll be good to my fellow eggs while also being good to myself. Here we go. Everybody missed me. I missed them too. Hello, Meg. Howdy, Peg. Hey, Greg. Greetings, Clegg. What's up, Shell? Aloha, Shelly. Heyo, Sheldon. Hi, Shelby. Good day, Egbert. What's happening, Frank? Howdy do, other Frank. Sure, every once in a while, somebody's still a little bit bad. But it's not like before. Here's what I realized. The other eggs aren't perfect, and I don't have to be either. And I'm okay with that. Hello, Miss Hayner. Yep, the old carton is back together. We're a solid dozen again. It's good to be home. All right. So this book is a great example about some things that we might be dealing with. A lot of us don't have the same schedules that we had before school ended, and it might be even a little bit crazier with summer being here. So what I wanted to talk to you today about is things that we can control. And I want to go through the good egg, and I want to show you some of the things that the good egg, he couldn't control. So when we were talking about the good eggs, he was talking about how he lived with a dozen other eggs. That's a lot of people, or a lot of eggs. As you can see here, it looks like there's tons of eggs that might be jumping on the bed, roughhousing, eating not so good food, throwing tantrums because they're upset, crying, and breaking things. Now, this might be something that happens in your house, or maybe you just have a little brother or sister that sometimes has a hard time controlling themselves, right? You might also see some people who are not acting on their best behavior, and that can be hard for some of us who are trying to be on our best behaviors, right? Now, the thing about the good egg is he didn't have control over these eggs. The only thing that we can control is things that we are doing ourselves, right? So he could tell them to stop, but did they listen to him? It doesn't look like it. So that's why he started to get all these cracks, right? Some of the other things that we can't control are things like the weather, right? Sometimes it's going to rain, sometimes it's going to snow, sometimes it's going to be beautifully sunny, and you're going to be sick in the house, right? And that all really stinks, right? The other things that we couldn't control is if the Oilers win or lose the Stanley Cup. Boo, go Flames. Just kidding. So those are some things that we can talk about. Those are things that we can't control. Those are things that sometimes we just have to go with the flow. Things like the weathers, things like our sports teams, sometimes choices of food that we have, if maybe our gookums or our Muslims or mums and dads have made food and it's not necessarily our favorite, sometimes we just have to go with it, right? Then, as we move through the book, you notice that because our good egg is trying to make everybody be so perfect all the time, he started to get cracks. He was worried about things that he can't control, right? So when he left, he started to check out things that he could control. So as you can see here, he's got a beard. He decided, nope, I'm going to start taking care of myself. And for him, that meant he needed to get a haircut. A haircut's a great thing that we can do for something that we call self-care. Self-care is what you do to take care of yourself. Some people really enjoy getting a haircut and making themselves feel fresh and new. Some people enjoy taking walks, reading books, floating in the river, going swimming, writing in their journal, doing some yoga, breathing in and out, and maybe even some arts and crafts. Another thing that can be really important, especially right now, is getting enough sleep. it can be kind of hard with everything that's happening right now to get a really good sleep schedule. But what you want to try and do is go to bed around the time the sun goes down, and then maybe try and get up a little bit after it did, because it gets up really early in the mornings now. But you want to try and get at least 8, 9, 10 hours of sleep, just so that you are well rested for the day, and that will help you to feel better. Another thing that the good egg did was he went for a spa day. Now, if you're lucky enough, maybe your parents and your Gookum and Wussum will take you on a spa day, but if not, maybe see if you have any cucumbers in the fridge and see if you can put them on your eyes. Maybe it'll make you feel better. Now, when the good egg, where is he? When the good egg decided to return home, one of the things that I noticed in this book that I think is great is that when the good egg started taking care of himself, he also showed others how to take care of themselves. So you can be kind of a mentor or a leader in your family or in your community about self-care, right? So maybe if you have younger brothers and sisters, or maybe you have some community friends, maybe you guys can all try doing things like coloring together, writing in your journals together, doing different activities together, playing games where everybody knows the rules and the rules are fair, right? When you start to show people how you take care of yourself, it might just rub off on them. Now we have to remember, we can't control sometimes what other people do. So you might have some friends or family members that are like, no, that's not for me. And you just say, okay, right? Because this is called self-care. But when you help other people to find their self-care, it can be a great movement. Okay? And then that's what happened. So as he went back, he helped to show the other eggs, how to take care of themselves, and they all ended up being a pretty big, huge, happy family. So now in the comment section below, I'd love for you to tell me something that you do maybe to have some self-care for yourself. Miss Telfer, I'm a big crafter. So if you see this machine back here, this is my craft machine, and it helps me to make all sorts of different crafts things for my classroom, for my home, for my friends. I also like to do things like I like to write in my llama journal that says nope on it. You can find a fun journal for yourselves, maybe decorate it up, and you can write stories in it, write things that are bothering you, write things that you love, draw pictures. I also love to use my smelly markers. So when I'm drawing, or when I'm trying to, kind of get some of my emotions out, or I'm just not feeling good, or maybe I'm feeling super happy, smelly markers are one of my favorite things to work with because they smell so good. This one smells like raspberries. Delicious. All right, so that's all that we have for today, but I'm going to add a link to this in the comment section below, and this evening I'm going to be adding our website, which is where you can either rewatch all of our videos that you've missed, or I'll also put up some YouTube links and some other cool videos that you guys can watch, or activities that you could do that just don't fit into my live here. It should be up by tonight, I'm hoping. If it's not, it'll be up tomorrow. Just might take me a little bit of time to get it up. But yeah, I hope everybody's gonna have a great day. I hope you practice some self-care today. Maybe you try some yoga, or maybe you try a go noodle dance. Maybe try journaling, try writing down what you like to do. Try writing some gratitude. Yeah, I think that's all the things that I can think of. So I hope everybody has a great day. If you're watching this video on the replay, make sure that you write in the comments below what your favorite thing to do is for self-care, how you practice self-care, and how you're taking care of yourself in here. I'll make sure to respond to everybody who comments, and I hope you guys have a great day. See you later.